here's a perfect example. This is one of the best moves to study this in. This. When you actually do this move, of course, it looks like this. And the more old style you see someone execute the move, the more it looks like that, because they're aware of the boxing meaning. And I've showed you all this meaning, right? This is one of my favorite ones because it's from sword fighting.
Sure.
Okay. Who can, all right, just give me a punch like this. Boom, yeah, but a little lower. It's a low punch, right?
Punch.
See my block? Boom. This punch. This is Bon Chui. Boom. It's extremely strong, and it's usually misinterpreted as something like this. Because you get into this position, and it looks like you kind of push out. But the whole secret of it is this. Yeah. Which is the whole secret of push, when you're actually doing push also. Because when you really strike, you rotate like this. Boom. This is the jing, right? This is why it's complete misunderstanding of push to think, oh, I'll get my elbows behind me. See, again, if you think of the push as a push, of course, this is correct. You're going to push a car or something, yes. Get the elbows behind you as soon as possible. Why push like this, you know? In fact, you get yourself elbow injuries if you push like this. But this is not what it's all about. You're just following. So, at the very end, you still want a little sinking left in it. So this is exactly the same response rate. So punch again. Oh. Okay. Now, how do you defend against this? You try it on me. Wait, I'm going to punch you. So here, boom, right, and now you have to punch.
Oh, right.
Boom. That's it. And as you punch, you sort of settle down into a deep chorus. It's like, boom. It's like very devastating, right? So, okay, then again. All right. Once more. Let's take your time.
Okay.
Just be, you know. There we go. But what you did was, you hit me in the wrong place. Do it again. No, you won't. You don't want to remove this.
Oh,
You just want to punch. Boom. For one thing, that moves the fulcrum.
right.
And this is what most people do. They block, punch. Yeah, you have to block, and it just flips out like this. Okay, so yeah, more like that. Okay, once more. This is the standard block for it. Okay. Now you block me that way. You punch now. Just be a little more ready for it. You can feel me. Okay, punch. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Here's the meaning of this move. And so, of course, when it's really done, punch again. Look at my footwork. Now it just dances around. Okay, but in actuality, if you practice this way, you end up practicing just one sort of mechanical change that isn't really sensitive to the other person. You know, you're copying a change you might have made with another person. It might have been perfect there, but every person's a little different. So,
What do you call it?
oh, this is deflect downward. Jin Fu Ban Lan Chui. So most people think that this is executed. Punch me. Boom. But it's a forceful action. Most people think this in sword fighting too. That you take the person's sword and push it down and then cut like this. But if you try to do that, you'll be killed. You have to threaten with this cut first, and then go around. You just so this cut where you cut the head off becomes this punch. And also it shows very logical continuation, because from this position, the logical way to get rid of it, and very easy, is to just lift up with this arm. Oh, boom. And that's the next move. This grab close up. So it's all very practical the way the form's put together here. It's not continuous. It's not like you're a continuous opponent all the time. You can sort of make one up, but it's kind of weird. But each section is very practical. And the way some of them fit together is also very practical. Like, for instance, the way single whip, well, all the entrances and exits from single whip are all like clouding hands to fist under elbow. They're all very logical continuations of single whip. All the continuations from rollback are really logical continuations from rollback. There's many ways somebody can respond to rollback. So you sort of have each one of those represented in form. But each one is represented in such a way, like this punch. How do we actually do the punch? Here, here, and we try to separate this leg, and then change carefully like this, this. This develops the capacity when we block to make any sort of change with the body here while making any sort of change with the leg here. You're like opening this up to maximum amount. So then it can actually respond and not be just a mechanical repetition of this. Most of the time you'll see even there's the idea of, like, let's touch this knee to the ground and let's be real dramatic. But like I say, it becomes, if you study what you do there, everything is just sort of locked together and you're not really listening. So that's a perfect example of how the form should not be turned back into its original look.